Often people get insurance to avoid financial crunch in bad times. But what happens when a cunning person starts misusing the benefits of insurance? Well, today's story is about an Indian man who, while living in Canada, first cheated insurance companies of a lot of money by showing fake car accidents and then later started killing his own people in greed for insurance money. He does not even spare his 12-day-old twins. The name of this man was Sukhwinder Singh Dhillon. So what is the whole story of Sukhwinder Singh Dhillon? How did he reach Canada from India? What did he do there? And how did he kill people? And how was all this revealed? Let's know everything in detail. In this video, he gave such a painful death to people that your soul will also shudder after hearing it. So stay till the end of the video. Before starting the story, quickly subscribe to Real Dark Documentary channel and press the bell icon. It all starts from Canada. A Canadian named Cliff Elliott used to work for a company named Metropolitan Life Insurance. On August 2nd, 1996, when he went to his office, his junior showed Cliff some documents sent by the company. This document was related to the insurance claim of a person named Ranjit Singh. Ranjit was 25 years old. He was originally from Jalandhar, Punjab, India. Ranjit died on June 23, 1996, just 5 days before his death. That is on June 18, 1996. A life insurance policy of $2 lakh was issued in Ranjit's name. A person named Sukhwinder Singh Dhillon had claimed the insurance money. According to the records, he was Ranjit's uncle. Before paying the insurance money, the company investigates at its own level. Now, the responsibility of this investigation is given by the company to insurance investigator Cliff Elliott. First, Cliff Elliott talks to Sukhwinder over the phone, and then tells Sukhwinder that before finalizing the insurance claim, I will have to meet you and get some signatures. Then, on August 12, 1996, Cliff Elliott reaches Sukhwinder's house at 10 a.m. After reaching Sukhwinder's house, Cliff Elliott starts completing the necessary work and also keeps talking to Sukhwinder. During the conversation, Cliff Elliott feels that he has met Sukhwinder before. Not only this, Cliff Elliott also finds this house familiar. Still, Cliff Elliott ignores this fact and starts collecting as much information as possible. Sukhwinder Singh Dhillon introduces himself as Ranjit's uncle during the conversation. When Cliff Elliott asks Sukhwinder about Ranjit's wife, Sukhwinder says that no one knows where she went after Ranjit's death. Sukhwinder also does not give any information to Cliff Elliott about Ranjit's parents. Cliff Elliott had also worked as a private detective earlier. He starts suspecting that there is something fishy. So now he starts finding information related to Sukhwinder. After a thorough investigation, Cliff Elliott gets some information from the old file, which leaves Cliff Elliott shocked. According to the information, Sukhwinder had received insurance money of about $3 lakh even after the death of a woman about 17 months ago. The name of the woman who died was Pravesh Kaur. Pravesh Kaur was Sukhwinder's first wife. Pravesh's death also happened suddenly in a very mysterious manner. The doctor could not understand the reason for her death. On the other hand, the reason for Ranjit's death was also beyond the doctor's understanding. Ranjit was also completely healthy before his death, and his death also happened suddenly. All these things now bring Sukhwinder in the eyes of Cliff Elliott, and now Cliff Elliott deliberately slows down the insurance claim process a bit, and he informs a senior officer of the local police about his suspicion. Cliff Elliott suspects that perhaps Sukhwinder Singh Dhillon is behind the mysterious death of these two, and perhaps he is playing some game for the insurance money. But all this was just a suspicion. Nothing was confirmed, and to confirm things it was necessary to take Sukhwinder's complete details. So, who was this Sukhwinder Singh Dhillon? Sukhwinder Singh Dhillon was born on May 9, 1959 in Punjab. He was from a rich family. Despite this, he came to Canada in 1981 in search of a better life. After coming to Canada, Sukhwinder kept trying his hand at different jobs, but he did not like anything after working in a small factory. He left his job and became a bus driver, but he did not like this either. In 1983, leaving everything, he came back to India. Before going to Canada in 1981, Sukhwinder was engaged to a girl named Pravesh Grewal. When Sukhwinder came back to India from Canada in 1983, soon Pravesh Grewal got married to Sukhwinder Singh Dhillon. After marriage, Pravesh Kaur comes to Canada with her husband. At the time of marriage, Sukhwinder shows big dreams to Pravesh Kaur's family. He tells them that he has earned a lot of money in Canada and has also built a big company. Pravesh Kaur also comes to Canada with great hopes that she will get a better life here, but the reality here was something else. Till now, Sukhwinder was living in a poor condition in Canada. Here he used to do a small job of mushroom harvesting in a mushroom farm. Very soon Pravesh Kaur comes to know the truth about Sukhwinder. Sukhwinder not only married her by lying, but now he also starts beating his wife, and also starts sending her to work forcefully. Under compulsion, Pravesh Kaur also starts working in the mushroom farm. After this, Pravesh Kaur tries her hand at many other jobs one after the other. She was doing all this on the insistence of her husband. In the midst of all this, Pravesh Kaur and Sukhwinder Singh Dhillon are blessed with 2 daughters. With time, the relationship between husband and wife becomes more bitter instead of becoming sweet. The reason behind all this was Sukhwinder being too greedy. He was just hungry for money. On digging into the history of Sukhwinder Singh Dhillon, it is found that till 1990, he somehow managed to run his life by doing small jobs here and there. But from 1991, he entered the world of fraud, and for the first time on February 18, 1991, he claimed a fake insurance claim. Actually, he used to work in a paint factory at that time. One day, he claims that he fell from a height while working by making a fake injury excuse. And now he is having a lot of difficulty in walking, so he wants compensation from the Workers' Compensation Board. After this claim, Sukhwinder Singh gets a compensation of about $19,000 in 1991. This amount was very big for Sukhwinder. After this, he gets addicted to this thing, and in a fraudulent way, he succeeds in cheating more than $70,000 in the next 4 years. By now, Sukhwinder had understood that earning money in a fraudulent way is easier for him than earning money by hard work. Now he starts looking for new ways of fraud. During this time, he also comes to know about car insurance. Now Sukhwinder finds a way of fraud in car insurance too, and gets cars into accidents in a fraudulent way, and then starts making insurance claim in the name of car damage. In this way, Sukhwinder got an accident insurance claim of $15,539 by making 15 fake accident claims in about 8 years till 1994. The amazing thing was that Sukhwinder had barely studied till class 5 while living in Punjab. Despite this, he had learned to speak fluent English while living in Canada. Now Sukhwinder had saved so much money that he could start his own business. In October 1994, Sukhwinder tried his hand in the used car business. His business started running, and he started earning a decent amount. After some time, he also started his own used car dealership. He named it Aman Auto after his younger daughter. In 1994, Sukhwinder meets another Indian youth named Ranjit Singh Carey. Ranjit was around 23 years old and was also looking for work. After talking, Sukhwinder takes Ranjit Singh with him, and they work together. Meanwhile, the year 1995 arrives. On February 3, 1995, Sukhwinder Singh's wife Pravesh suddenly falls ill. She starts vomiting, and her body starts getting stiff. Her body becomes so stiff that the bones of her body bend like a bow. Pravesh is immediately taken to the hospital. Before Pravesh, the hospital staff had never seen any patient behaving in this manner. This was a strange case for the doctor as well. The doctor could neither understand Pravesh Kaur's illness nor the proper treatment. Still, the doctors start treatment based on their experience. Despite this, Pravesh Kaur goes into coma, and then she dies after 4 days. Nothing suspicious is found in the post-mortem report. Despite a lot of efforts, the doctor's team fails to find out the cause of death. Pravesh Kaur's data is kept safe. Then her body is given for cremation. A few days after the funeral, Sukhwinder Singh Dhillon claims for Pravesh Kaur's insurance money. Cliff Elliott comes to investigate the claim process. Everything seems normal in all the investigations. And finally, Sukhwinder gets a claim of $3 lakh in total. After all these revelations, when the team investigating this case in Canada comes to India, some more shocking revelations are made here. According to the revelations, Sukhwinder Singh comes to India a few days after the death of his first wife, Pravesh Kaur, and here he first marries a woman named Sarbjit Kaur Brar, then secretly marries a woman named Kushwinder Preet Kaur. In both these marriages, Sukhwinder does not take any goods as dowry, but tells his in-laws that he will go and live in Canada after marriage, if his wife will also stay with him. Then what will he do with the goods? Sukhwinder's in-laws do the same thing in return for giving him money. Sukhwinder gets a lot of money from both the marriages. Now Sukhwinder Singh stays in India for some time. Meanwhile, Sarbjit Kaur Brar becomes pregnant and gives birth to twins. Here Sukhwinder had been living in India for a long time, and now he wanted to go back to Canada. But the problem was how to take 2 wives and 2 twins to Canada. So he now makes a plan to get rid of these people and secretly kills his twin children by feeding them some poisonous substance. However, this is revealed in further investigation. At the time of death, the family members think that the children died suddenly due to some disease. Not only this, before going back to Canada, in 1996 itself, he kills his third wife, Kushwinder Preet Kaur, by giving her the same mysterious poisonous substance by deceit. The family members consider her death to be natural and perform the last rites. After getting rid of his 2 children and third wife, Sukhwinder comfortably goes to Canada, telling his second wife that very soon he will take her with him to Canada. After returning to Canada, Sukhwinder once again starts his used car business. Meanwhile, one day Sukhwinder gets a big land deal. Sukhwinder's dream was to open a big garage of his own and expand his business to a large level. A good piece of land was needed for this. Sukhwinder had received an offer to buy this land, but the problem was that he was short of money. He had earned a lot of money through fraudulent means. He had saved a good amount of money by selling his car, but he was still short of money for the land. So now he starts arranging for money. But for a long time he is not able to arrange the money from anywhere, and the final date of the land deal has to be extended several times, one after the other. When Sukhwinder is not able to get financial help from anywhere, he makes a dangerous plan. And then, as a part of the conspiracy, one day he takes his partner Ranjit to the insurance company's office on the pretext of car insurance. Here Sukhwinder deliberately brings up the topic of personal insurance while talking about car insurance. And then, instead of the car, he gets personal insurance of $1 lakh each for himself and his partner Ranjit. Here Sukhwinder explains to Ranjit that we both are doing business together. If unfortunately I die, then you take that money and invest it in the business. And if something happens to you, then I will take that money and expand the business so that the business does not sink. Ranjit gets entangled in Sukhwinder's trap and agrees to this insurance policy. Then Sukhwinder Singh Dhillon gets his name written as nominee in Ranjit's policy. After all the formalities are completed, Ranjit's policy is issued on June 18, 1996. After this, in a very mysterious way, Ranjit also suddenly starts vomiting. His body also starts getting stiff. He starts screaming in pain, and he is immediately brought to the hospital. Here Ranjit also dies in agony. Sometime after Ranjit's death, Sukhwinder Singh Dhillon files a claim for the insurance issued in Ranjit's name. After this much information came out, the team sent from Canada completes the investigation in India, and after completing the paperwork, the bodies of the children are taken out and then sent for further investigation. On the other hand, the data of Ranjit and Pravesh, which was kept safe in Canada, is also sent for further investigation. In the investigation done in India, a dangerous chemical is found in a very high amount in the bodies of the children, whereas the mother of the children claims that she had not given any medicine to the children. On the other hand, the report of Pravesh and Ranjit in Canada reveals that the same poison has been found in their bodies at a dangerous level. After all these revelations, Sukhwinder Singh Dhillon is finally taken into custody in 1997, and the process of questioning him begins. Initially, he lies, but as the investigation progresses, Sukhwinder Singh's crime starts coming to the fore. According to the revelations, one day Sukhwinder mixes poison in his wife's food, due to which she dies in agony. As a part of the conspiracy, he had got his wife's insurance done before killing her. It is revealed about Ranjit that he complains of some fatigue to Sukhwinder. Sukhwinder was already looking for an opportunity, so as soon as Ranjit talks about a little fatigue, he shows him a tablet and says that this is a magical tablet. You will feel very powerful as soon as you eat it. Even your sexual power will increase a lot due to this. According to reports on Sukhwinder saying this, Ranjit takes that tablet and spends some time with his wife. But after this, his condition starts deteriorating, and in this way, he also dies in agony, just like Sukhwinder's wife Pravesh Kaur had died. In India, he killed his third wife also by giving her poison in the name of headache medicine. He did this murder just to get rid of others, because in India no one suspected the death of either the child or Sukhwinder's third wife, and no report was filed. Therefore, no case is filed against Sukhwinder in India. But in Canada, he is charged with first-degree murder, and finally in 2001, he is convicted for the death of Ranjit and Pravesh Kaur. Sukhwinder Singh Dhillon is sentenced to 25 years in jail by the court. The court also makes it clear that Sukhwinder will not get parole before 25 years. After this, Sukhwinder is put in Warkworth Institute Jail in Ontario City of Canada. He appeals against this sentence several times in between, but his appeal is rejected by the higher court. Sukhwinder Singh Dhillon suddenly died in jail on November 16, 2013 while serving a sentence of 25 years. Sukhwinder is also known as the Hamilton serial killer in Canada. Friends, what is your opinion on the whole story? Please tell us in the comment box. If you liked our efforts, then like and share the video.